They've only had 34 inside 50s, Port, so it's a bit much to say your forwards need to lift. They really haven't had the supply.
Westhoff comes in, 35 metres out, pushes it across the face, a minor score.
And there's no doubt around the half-back line in the first 3 quarters, you saw Port just look up. They didn't want to go to a contest. And all of a sudden they started to play slow, stagnant football.
Milburn restarts for Tom Harley. It takes one from Westhoff.
That's probably taking credit away from Geelong because they didn't allow that to happen either. Their attack on the ball, their ability to get goal side of their direct opponents prevented any run and carry.
Corey Enright back to Prismal. Joel Corey. Corey Enright. Handball over the top again. They're running. Josh Hunt. Corn's best positioned here. Takes the mark. Plays on. Boak. Back to Corns. Roden. Pearce. Peter Burgoyne. Treadray and Motlop, the only 2 inside their attacking 50. Pettigrew over the ball. Now a stalemate.
Prismal's up to 31 disposals, Brent Prismal. We know he's a ball magnet in the VFL, but he's got his numbers up to 31. It's going to be pretty hard. And 6 inside 50. It's going to be pretty hard to leave him out of the side. He's had to fight really hard to get an opportunity. Joel Corey's had 31. Joel Selwood's had 30. Gary Ablett's had 29. So they've got plenty of run.
Pearce running onto the clearing punch from Westhoff. Motlop isolated with Harley. Overran the ball. Harley has support from Corey Enright and now Ablett.
He's Selwood again, if you can find him.
And Motlop.
Good chase. Forced the error with the kick. Logan takes the mark.
Downfield, high contact after you kicked it.
See that. We'll have to have a look at this again.
Yeah,
it's a great chase by Motlop, though.
Look, it's a very good chase, but again, I think after this... Oh, look, that was an accident.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, that's an accident.
A pass for Milburn.
He's had to earn his kicks today, Gary Ablett.
Joel Corey peels off. Otten's into the pocket, charges out on the lead.
He's had 17 contested possessions, Gary Ablett, 31 for the day. He's had a super game. The only blemish is 1 goal 3.
And he missed a couple that he would normally kick. He's doing the best on ground on us today. I'll tell you who'd have to be in the votes, Cameron Ling, for his job on Sean Burgoyne. He's had 27 touches, Cameron Ling, and he's kept probably one of the most dangerous midfielders in the competition to 10. That's a big day at the office.
Otten's a goal kicker last week against North Melbourne. Just his 3rd game of the season. Measured approach, missing to the near side.
The usual suspects, isn't it? Corey's up to 32.
Well, if Otten's had have kicked that goal, that would have been their 12th goal kicker. They've had 11 goal kickers, and that's impossible to defend against. They haven't got one go-to player. The only multiple goal kickers are Paul Chapman with 4 and Stevie Johnson with 2 goals too. So you really can't say, well, let's double, triple team this player because he's kicking 7 and 8.
They've got 15 players over 16 possessions and over on the ground, Geelong.
And they've only had 1 player less than 10.
It's just been a really good team performance today.
Stokes got it from Ablett. Tackled by Pearce. Helping out lower, Kane Corns. Now Roden. Port Adelaide to the wing and Treadray takes the mark.
We want Harry Taylor just to get 1 more possession. He's played a very good game, Harry Taylor, but he's only had the 9.
He needs to get himself to double figures. We better get Bomber Tops to get him back on. I think he's on the pine at the moment.
Brogan.
It's just come off.
Drawing a free kick from Harley.
I'm sure that'll just about be a record. 21 players with over 10 disposals.
They've had 100 more possessions than Port Adelaide. They've had the ball 440 times, Geelong. It's an amazing number of possessions. Their efficiency is nearly at 80%, 77%.
Pearce going into the pocket and now out of bounds. The West Coast Eagles set the standard last season when they had 469 disposals against Carlton. So today, 440 plus for Geelong.
And the contested possessions, they're going at nearly 2 to 1 of Port.
Joel Corey and Selwood supplying the tackle. Still plenty in the tank. A minute 23 left on the clock. 65-point lead. And Geelong refuse to put the shutters up at any stage. Here's Roden, who's been busy in the final quarter. Kicked a goal, created one, and that looked as though it's got the carry as well. He gets another.
Well, that's a great sign for David Roden and Port. Desperately needed someone to stand up in this last quarter. I'm sure Mark Williams will look at the young David Roden, who now has had a terrific last quarter, kicking 2, set up another one, and he's really taken the game on. He's won some contested ball. It's a real positive signs there for David Roden. He's had 10 disposals in this last quarter. He hasn't stopped running. 12 handball receives, 2 goals, 1.
84 goals in his career now, David Roden, in 102 games. So almost a goal a game performer, but his career high is 3. So he's a regular contributor.
Oh, well
Here's
done,
Robbie Gray. An elusive run through the middle. Westhoff out to greet it, couldn't take the mark. Brogan gets Harley off the ball. Tapped by Milburn toward the boundary line.
He's still going, Dean Brogan. Still asking for effort. The last quarter hasn't been too bad, really. They've outscored Geelong 3 goals to 2. Damage was done well and truly in the third, though.
Peter Burgoyne slung off the kick and out of bounds.
Yeah, when you look at all the KPIs, the actual scoreboard flatters Port.
They've had 37 inside 50s, Port Adelaide, to Geelong 65. I mean, that is a smacking.
Chaplin takes the mark. Handball to Chad Corns, who was in trouble. Now Peter Burgoyne. Back to Chaplin. Chad Corns. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. It's Pearce unloading from the 50. Up high. Was laid, couldn't take the mark. Tom Harley. Oh, had trouble reeling it in. Eventually gets it to Lonigan and now Prismal. Disposal number 32 for Prismal. Joel Corey, who has 34 to lead everyone, but gives it up to Peter Burgoyne. This is going to be the last play of the game. Peter Burgoyne slips as he kicks, and that basically summed up Port Adelaide's day. They were on the back foot right from the get-go when Gary Ablett kicked the first goal of the game. And in the final analysis, Geelong have powered home to win by 59 points.
Well, he's a star. There's Gary Ablett.